Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's time to get uncomfortable with Ariel. For those of you who haven't been here before, the title of this channel is Let's Get Uncomfortable with Ariel. My name is Ariel Garza. The reason why it's called Let's Get Uncomfortable with Ariel is because we discuss topics of domestic violence. Whether you are in a relationship that includes physical, mental, verbal, or emotional abuse right now, or you've been in a relationship like this in the past, I want to encourage you to send me an email, write me comments, and I want to discuss those topics. The email address that I have on file is lguncomfortable@gmail.com. Let me know what helped you to get out of your relationship, or let me know what kind of situation you're in right now. I do want to discuss these topics so that way we can encourage people who are currently in these types of relationships to get out. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you dislike this video, go ahead and dislike it. I'll take either one. Yesterday, there was a TV show on. It was a man and a woman that had been in a relationship for 10 years, and the man had become physically abusive towards the woman. And don't mind my kitty cat. The man had become physically abusive towards the woman, and it was the first time, she says, in 10 years that he had ever been physically abusive towards her. They went to a psychologist, and the psychologist said to them, if he yells at you, he will slap you. If he slaps you, he will punch you. If he punches you, he will stomp on you. And if he stomps on you, he will kill you. I don't think when you're in that relationship, you really understand the magnitude of the danger that you're in until you get out of the relationship. And unfortunately, there are a lot of individuals who don't ever make it out of those relationships because unfortunately they are killed. When I was finished watching that show, I found myself in bed and I was talking to my fiance and I was crying. Mind you, I've been out of my relationship now for about 3 years. But again, I don't think that you understand the trauma that you are putting yourself through until you're actually out of the relationship. The psychologist encouraged the female in the TV show to look at her partner and tell him that if he ever laid a hand on her again, tell him what she would do. She basically told him, if you ever lay your hand on me again, I will leave you. And when I was in bed that night, I told my fiance, I said, no one really knows everything that happened except for me and my ex-boyfriend. And the therapist on the TV show said abuse is progressive, so it gets worse over time. My relationship was exactly that. I don't even remember, I don't even remember the first time that I was yelled at or that I was disrespected. But by the end, I was getting punched directly in the face, just a straight punch right in my face. I've been through situations where I'm on the ground wrestling and has his hand over my mouth and my neck. So I understand that people who are not ready to give up on their relationship feel very protective of their partner. You make excuses. You say, well, he or she pushed me or he or she yelled at me, but it wasn't that bad. Or my partner punched me in the leg, but they didn't punch me that hard. I think it's very important for us as individuals to understand and to really just learn to respect yourself, respect your body, and expect the same in return from the people around you who say that they love you, who say that they care about you. The scary thing about being in a situation like this is that you really lose yourself. You really lose your mind. You really think to yourself, I know I shouldn't be in this situation, but it's not that bad. Just understand that you're not affecting just yourself, you're affecting all those around you. And when I say that you lose your mind, what you do and what happens when you're in a situation like this is you isolate yourself from your friends, from your family, because your friends and your family are pushing you to leave that person. And you think in your head, well, if they loved me, they would support me. If they loved me, they wouldn't tell me to leave this person. All of that is bullshit. And, I was so stubborn. I pulled myself away from everyone. And what you need to remind yourself and what you need to recognize is that you are wasting so much of your precious time trying to take care of someone who doesn't love you, who doesn't respect you, who can't keep their hands off of you. You're sacrificing the time away from the people who actually love you, who actually care about you, and who actually respect you, those being your friends and your family. You're never going to get that time back. And I wish I could just, I wish I could reach back 5 years ago and not slap myself, but really just kind of shake myself and say, hey, snap out of it. You're never going to get this time back. I really want to emphasize the fact that I understand how hard it is for you to hear from people that you deserve better. You need to move on. You need to let it go. I don't know your situation. I don't know you. I don't need to know you. What I do know is that no human ever deserves to be yelled at, ever deserves to be slapped, ever deserves to be punched, ever deserves to be pushed, ever deserves to be any of those things. And I thank God every day that I was able to get out of that situation alive. But again, not everyone gets out of these situations alive. So, moral of the story is this. If you're in a relationship and your boyfriend is starting to yell at you, or your girlfriend is starting to yell at you, or starting to disrespect you, nip that shit in the butt. Say, hey, don't talk to me like that. Thank you. Next. You really need to stand up for yourself, and you really need to show the people around you how to treat you. And if things are so bad that you feel like you can't stand up for yourself or you can't defend yourself, you really need to start putting yourself in a position to be able to get out of that situation. And I was really kind of going back and forth with discussing religion or discussing God in my channel. But guess what? This is my channel. I can discuss whatever I want to discuss. I remember one time, and I knew the relationship was over. I just didn't know how to end it. And I didn't feel strong enough. And I know it's hard to hear people say, you need to be strong. You need to get out of that relationship. What if you're not strong? What if you don't feel strong? What if you don't feel like you can do it on your own? It was at night and I was in my car and I was driving and I just started crying and I asked God, I said, God, please, I know that this relationship is over. I don't know how to end it. Please help me. If you feel like you don't have enough strength to be able to get out of this situation, pray for that and pray for it every day. Little did I know at that time My boyfriend at the time had a girl pregnant. She was already about, I want to say, over 5 months pregnant. So God had already answered my prayers, and that was the last straw for me. I just want to encourage you to pray for strength. Pray to be able to open your eyes to the situation that you're in and to be able to get out of it. I just want to remind you again that you are not alone. People get fed up. People get tired of hearing all of the horrible things that you're going through and seeing you still there. But I do want you to realize the extent of the danger that you're in, and I do want to encourage you to get out. So that's it for this video today. If you guys like this video, go ahead and press the like button. If you guys dislike this video, go ahead and press the dislike button. If you're excited for the next video, go ahead and leave me a comment below with "Let's Get Uncomfortable" with the exclamation point at the end. And again, send me an email of the situation that you're in now, or the situation that you were in, how you got out. Let's discuss these topics and let's get uncomfortable. I just wanted to note that I tried to put false lashes in for the very first time this past week, and I made a huge mess on my face. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to that. So I may be the only girl in the entire world that doesn't know how to put false lashes on. Anyways, I appreciate you guys being here, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.